All right, folks. So it is, what is today? Sunday. Noelle likes the monster trucks. You wouldn't think it, but she loves monster trucks. And so she wants to go to an actual monster truck event. And they have them from time to time at the Tacoma Dome. And it's funny. But yeah, she wants to go to one. And actually, there's a game that is on the PlayStation, and I got it for her specifically because it's a monster truck thing, and she likes it. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about how did I know that I had an issue with my gallbladder. Well, let me first backtrack because right now I'm going through something that I hope that I wish that I never went through again. Well, when I was 18, I had kidney stones. And kidney stones are absolutely no fun at all. It was so bad, I was literally doubled over. Like I could not, when I walked down the hallway at the doctor's office, I was folded up like a chair. That was the only way that felt comfortable. If I sat up like I did now, the pain was just intense. So my sister took me to the doctor and they said, yeah, it's kidney stones. And I remember when I went in there, they laid me on a table or on a little x-ray thing. I'm not trying to get dirty. By the way, join our Discord. It's going to be down in the description box below. I'm not trying to be dirty, but I laid down on the table and I'm thinking, I don't know what's up. I'm laying down and it hurts just to lay there because I'm stretched out. I was just in pain, and it was on my left side. It was just a pain that did not do anything but just sit there. It wasn't peaking, going down, nothing. It was just a piercing pain. So they're trying to do an x-ray, and so the guy stops, or whatever he was doing. He stops and he says, can you adjust yourself? So I try to, I'm like, oh, okay, hold on. So I'm trying to scoot over, and he's like, no. He's like, like in the area that I need to get, an image of, you need to adjust yourself because, my plumage was blocking stuff. And I was like, I got you. It's like, hold on a second. I'm sorry. So did what I had to do. And then he took the thing and he's like, huh. And he's like, okay. So I was like, well, what's that mean? So I wait a little bit longer and I'm like, they need to do something, man. I can't deal with this. So this other person comes and injects a dye into me and I'm able to see, and it goes all over, and then there's an area that just stops. And it's on the left side, and the doctor comes in, he's like, you basically have kidney stones, and we don't know how big they are, how many they are, we don't know. But we can give you some medicine to try to break them up, or you're going to pass them. That's going to be the case. So they gave me some nasty stuff. I took it, and I mean, I was 17, 18, something like that. And I still remember it at 42. So whatever that was worked well because they gave me some medicine for pain. They gave me some of that stuff. And I guess it dissolved it, broke it up, whatever it may have done, I don't know. Or it may have made it so pliable that when I passed it, I didn't feel it. I don't know. But they gave me a strainer. I remember the strainer. It looked like a funnel that was kind of cut off at the bottom with a little net on it. I had to use that for every time I went to the bathroom to do the number one. I had to do that for, I don't know, a week or so. And nothing happened. There's nothing. No issues. Then when I was like, I don't know, 30. Is that right? 42, 30. Let's say 26. When I was 26 or so, went to my doctor, and so she had, every now and again a little bit of pain. And I remember I went to the bathroom, there was like this sharp pain, just like that. And then it was over. And I was like, whoa, what was that? And so I was like, huh. Another time I went to the bathroom and I noticed that, and I'm not trying to be graphic, but in the toilet, there looked like a little red string, straight string. It's like, what? I don't wear red pants and I don't wear red underwear. So I was like, that's strange. didn't think anything of it. So when I went to the doctor, had to go in the little cup. And so she looked at it and she said, there's like a lot of crystals there. Just a lot of crystals. Well, I should drink more water than I do, but I don't. And didn't really think anything of it. Now, today, pain. Now, I noticed that things were not so cool, but I thought maybe Noe made me sick because, she goes to the studio every now and again. I thought she brought back the sickness because I had headache. I had a little bit of a fever that went up to like 99, but it went away quick. I was doing a video and I talked about it. Now, thinking back, I'm like, okay, all right, I've been through this before. A little bit of a back pain right here, that type of thing. Now, this is not like the gallstones. The gallstones were the worst pain. I would rather have the kidney stone issue by far. I would have that twice, back to back, before I would have another gallstone issue like what I did. That was the worst pain I have ever been in, by far. First, it was the kidney stones, but this beat that by far. It was a pain that rolled up and down my back, and it literally felt like someone was taking a roller, pressing from the inside just down and up and down, and then going back up and punching, going down and up and going back at the bottom and punching, and then going up to one side. It was the worst pain I have ever felt. And with that, I, went to the doctor. I told you I was at the hospital, laying down on the floor, because that was the only thing that helped. I didn't care what people thought. I just needed to lay down. It hurt that bad. They thought it was an appendix issue, because I went to urgent care. Noelle took me there. And then they said, nah, it could be an appendix. So I had to go to the hospital, which was, down the road a little bit. And then finally they get me back there and they said, it's gallstones, and we want you to get it taken care of. So finally, when I went and got that surgery done, because keep in mind, I had fevers. I was getting sicker and sicker and sicker. If you don't take care of a gallbladder, it can be a very bad thing. Very, very bad. And so I knew that. And given that my mom had bladder cancer, and she didn't get that removed, she didn't get the bladder removed. They were going to remove her bladder. She didn't want to do that. So they did the best that they could with surgeries and with radiation and chemo and stuff, but it still didn't quite fix it. But if you leave a gallbladder for too long, it could fester into that, or it could do other stuff and just become it's a problem. So I knew that, and I said, I'm gonna get this taken care of, because my mom knew about my gallbladder issue, and I just didn't do anything about it. But after, she passed, I made a promise to myself that I'm gonna tackle that. So I did. And so once they got it done, hold on, Noelle went and got some, hold on. Okay, so once they did the surgery, my gallbladder had a ton of stones in them, a bunch of them. But the biggest one was the size of this. Now this is an M&M. It was the biggest one. When they took it off to a lab and they dissected it, the biggest stone was as big as this. I mean, think about it. This big. That's big. An M&M. Imagine kicking around in there. That was one of the biggest ones. I don't know about the others, and I didn't even care. But a nurse friend of mine was telling me, like, that's basically the size of an M&M. Like, shoot, I was reading off the stuff. And she was like, yeah. So, I mean, it was bad. It was real bad. Since then, my gallbladder has, I don't have one, obviously, but since then, there's not a big issue. I have a lot of flatulence, being honest, but all good. My other fear has always been kidney stone. And really and truly, the best thing to do is to stay hydrated, drink a lot of water. You should drink a lot of water to begin with. Back in the day where I'm from, they get water off of a limestone type of thing. So that, some believe, contributes to that. So I don't know, but I've gotten apple cider vinegar with water, or actually apple cider vinegar and water. I had that earlier. And then apple cider vinegar and apple juice, because it just helps. It just does. It helps with that. Make sure you use Bragg's with the mother or whatever it's called. It's really good to use. Doesn't taste that great, but it's good to use. Lemons. You need a lot of lemons to really make a difference, but lemon water is always a good thing to just have every now and again. It all just basically kind of helps make it a little bit, from what I'm told, I'm not a doctor, I don't know. But from what I'm told, it makes it the stones a little bit softer type of thing. It helps. And then just having enough fluids just help flush everything and make things a lot better. So that's what I've been doing, and I'm hoping that everything is good to go. But as far as an update on the gallbladder situation, I feel fine. Would I do the surgery again? Absolutely. I would not hesitate in terms of getting my gallbladder removed, because it just was making me sick. Like, it literally, I feel like, was poisoning me. Um, and maybe that's too strong of a word, but I felt like it was doing that. Over the course of time, it was just making me really sick, really tired often, constant fevers, in and out of fevers because it was getting infected. So, fevers that would last for a few days and then go away, then come back. It's just not a pleasant thing. You eat the wrong thing and then boom, you get a punch in your back. Um, it does. Actually, my niece said, "Well, lemons help with your kidney stones." Um, um, yeah. So it's one of those things, man. Like, but here's the thing. Here's the outlook I take on life as I've gotten older. If the only thing right now I have to deal with is kidney stones, which I'm not trying to minimalize it, but if that's the only thing I have to deal with, then I'm okay with that. I'm completely okay with that. That lets me know I'm alive, to be honest with you. Having ailments like this that can fix itself, that there's some sort of, I know I'm going to be okay type of thing, I'm cool with that. Hold on one second. Okay, so Noelle and the kids are back. So yeah, if I to me, if that is the only thing I have to deal with, and there are people who are dealing with things that they can't fix or can't cure, or there are people who are on a ventilator right now, I mean, I'd rather have what I have, and I've been down that road before. I'd rather have what I have and be able to deal with that than what other people are dealing with, because by all means, this is something that I know quite a bit about. Other people are dealing with much more serious issues than what I'm dealing with, but it lets me know I'm alive. And some people may say that's corny, but you can't let stuff like this, especially something like this, get you down. And it doesn't. It doesn't really worry me. The only issue is when I go to the bathroom, I take a deep breath, like, because and then everything's all good, but it's like I don't relax until I'm done, because you never know. Like, you never know when it's going to happen. But yeah, this isn't something I'm really too much worried about. For folks who do have it, I know this is going back and forth between kidney stones and gallstones, but they both are internal. They both hurt. Gallstones by far hurt more, much more than kidney stones, by far. And even when I've passed them, there was a time when I think I did pass something. That didn't hurt at all compared to this. The doubling over that happened when I was a teenager, what didn't even compare. I mean, I literally laid on the ground, pounding my fist in here, crying. And I have a pretty high pain tolerance, but I was in tears. And then I, went back from that to being mad, can't get up, then back again, just crying. The pain was that intense. I've never, you couldn't even straighten out, because you were just hurting. And I got up to, I remember with the gallstones, I got up and unlocked the door for the girls because I normally watch them coming up from the bus. And I couldn't make it out there. I didn't want to be laying down on the pavement outside. So I unlocked the door. They came in, and I was trying to call Noelle or text her because I said that I can't. Somebody needs to take me someplace. And I'm not someone who runs to the hospital or to the doctor's office. Like, no thanks. But at that point, I'm like, yeah, I gotta go. You gotta take me because this isn't gonna work. That was by far the worst pain I've ever had. But I would say for folks who are scared to get the surgery done, do the surgery. Do the surgery. Get you someone who's very competent. Now, there are people who, there's YouTube videos that you will go down the rabbit hole of. And people have different experiences. People have different body situations. So, what may be easy and simple for one, other people may have had complications. The doctor that you have, there's so many different things. I think my because I paid a ton of money. I mean, I'm not joking. I paid a lot. I could have had, for the money I paid, I could have remodeled the bathroom easily. No, more than that. I could have, because we've looked into getting another bathroom built and remodeling that for both. That's how much it cost for them to do a surgery for me. Now, maybe I was overcharged. I don't know. But I'll take it. Because what I paid would have easily bought a nice car, or I could have easily remodeled that bathroom with everything I wanted and get a brand new bathroom here in the Pacific Northwest. That's how much it cost me. But I put it to you this way. They used a robot and a bunch of other stuff. I had the anesthesiologist right there, like right above my head. That was her only thing. I had like one, two, she's a doctor, obviously, but I had 2 or 3 different doctors in there. It was not, I had like a bunch of other nurses. I had a nurse that helped, because I was nervous, took care of all of that. It literally was a whole team of people in there. I felt special, but I got a very special bill afterwards too. So, and he was so good that I've documented, I didn't have any pain. The only pain I had was on the side here when I bit to the side. I didn't really have the gas issue like some people did. They told me to do certain things while I was there. I waited a little bit. I didn't have a whole lot of problems. He gave me a designer belly button too. You know what I mean? It was not a problem. I paid financially heavy for it, but literally the second day I was okay. I was completely okay. Sure, there are tender spots, don't get me wrong. It wasn't like I was going out here jumping over hurdles, but it really wasn't that big of a deal. So if you can, get the best doctor that you obviously can get, and don't be afraid of it. Some people are concerned about being put under. I was too, even though I've been put under before. I was too. I have a lot that I'm responsible for. So that's before, when I had my wisdom teeth taken out, they put me to sleep. I told them to, because I didn't want to hear it or see it or nothing. But I didn't have anybody. I wasn't married, nothing. Now I have a whole lot of stuff that I'm responsible for. So I was really concerned about it. But it was seamless. It was quick. It was easy. He took his time. There was redundant systems in there, making sure they didn't nick the liver because it's right there. It was totally cool. So that's kind of my update with the gallbladder situation. Make sure that you guys join our Discord down in the description box below. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. I'm hoping that this kidney stone thing works its way through and that there's no problem, no issue. I'm hoping. Hopefully I don't have to go to the hospital or to a doctor. I'm trying to avoid that. I've already taken some pain medicine because I know that if I don't, there's going to be a little bit of an issue, but we'll get through this. And, I'll soldier on. Hopefully I don't have to go to the hospital. Like I said, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, I will see you. Take care.